You know this dessert? The one your mom made every Sunday? The jiggly, colorful treat kids beg for? It starts here, in a slaughterhouse, with piles of bones and animal skin. Welcome to the real story of royal gelatin. And trust me, once you see this, you are never going to look at that dessert the same way again. That strawberry flavor you love? It begins with industrial vats of acid and temperature so high it would melt your face off. This secret has been hiding in plain sight for over 100 years. Billions of people eat it. Almost nobody knows what it is. Buckle up. We are going inside the gelatin mega factory. Let's get one thing crystal clear right now. Gelatin is not a plant. It is not made in a lab. Gelatin is animal. Specifically, it's collagen, extracted from the stuff butchers used to throw away. Skin, bones, tendons, the parts nobody wants to see on their plate. Ancient civilizations figured this out thousands of years ago. They'd boil bones for hours until this weird, sticky substance formed. They had no idea what it was, but they knew it worked. Fast forward to the 1920s, royal gelatin hits American kitchens. Marketing slogan? America's most famous dessert. What they didn't put on the box? Made from the leftover parts of animals you'd never voluntarily eat. But how do we get from a dirty cow bone to a shiny cherry-flavored cube? If you're eating right now, maybe put the fork down. Step 1. The delivery. Industrial trucks arrive daily at the processing plant. They aren't carrying fruit. They are carrying tons of bones and pig skins. Each bin contains 2,000 pounds of bones. That's a literal ton of skeleton. And here's the gross part. These bones still have stuff on them, meat residue, marrow, blood. So first, they must be cleaned. These bones get dumped into industrial washers that look like cement mixers from hell. High-pressure water jets blast everything off at 1,000 psi. The water that comes out? It's brown, thick. It looks like sewage. After washing, the bones get ground into powder, not with a kitchen grinder, with industrial crushers that pulverize a cow femur in seconds. These machines generate so much heat from friction that they need constant water cooling. Otherwise, the bones would literally catch fire. The result? Thousands of pounds of crushed skeleton reduced to gritty powder. But here's the problem. The collagen you need is trapped inside the bone. It's locked away by calcium and minerals. To get it out, you have to dissolve the bone itself. How? Acid. The bone chips are dumped into tanks holding 10,000 gallons of diluted hydrochloric acid. Yes, the same acid in your stomach, except way more concentrated. The bones sit in this acid bath for weeks. The calcium slowly dissolves, leaving behind soft, spongy collagen. When workers open these tanks, the smell is horrific. Imagine wet dog mixed with chemicals, mixed with death. That's the perfume of gelatin production. Meanwhile, the pig skins are taking a different route. These skins arrive in huge rolls, looking like leather, because that's basically what it is, untanned animal hide. The skins go through de-hairing machines, giant drums with chemicals that dissolve the hair but leave the skin intact. Then comes fat trimming, because pig skin has layers of fat that need to be scraped off. What's left? Translucent, floppy skin that looks disturbingly human if you think about it too long. So now we have acid-soaked bones and shredded pig skin. Time to cook. The extraction tanks are massive, 15 feet tall, stainless steel with heating systems that can boil thousands of gallons. Here, the animal parts get cooked at 180 degrees Fahrenheit, not for minutes, for hours, sometimes 12 hours straight. What happens? The solid collagen breaks down into liquid. As it dissolves, the liquid becomes thick, viscous, like motor oil mixed with honey. The color? Brown, sometimes gray. Definitely not the vibrant colors you see in stores. In the industry, they call this gelatin liquor, which sounds way more appetizing than dissolved animal protein soup. The bones get filtered out. What's left is pure liquid gelatin with dissolved minerals and impurities. Now here's where it gets interesting. The first extraction produces premium gelatin, Clear, strong, expensive. This goes into pharmaceutical capsules and high-end products. But the bones still have more collagen inside, so they get extracted again at higher temperatures. Second extraction, lower quality, goes into cheaper products. Third extraction, bottom-tier gelatin for pet food and industrial use. Every molecule of collagen gets extracted, nothing wasted. But that brown liquid, nobody's eating that yet. Look at that sludge. Does that look appetizing? No. So how do they turn that into this? Extreme purification. The brown liquid flows through massive filters that remove particles and bone fragments. Then it hits ion exchangers. Think of these like molecular magnets that grab onto minerals and salts. The bad stuff sticks. The gelatin passes through. After that, the liquid is clearer, but still has a yellowish tint. Next stop, activated carbon. Basically super porous charcoal that absorbs color and odor compounds. This is the same tech used to purify drinking water, just applied to dissolved animal proteins. After carbon treatment, the gelatin is now virtually colorless and odorless. It's pure protein in liquid form, the ghost of the animal stripped of everything that made it an animal. But it's still liquid, and gelatin needs to be solid, so they evaporate the water. The liquid goes into huge evaporator chambers where heat and vacuum pressure remove water. The concentration goes from 10% to 50%. At this point, it's syrup, thick gelatin syrup. This syrup gets cooled rapidly. Why? Because gelatin solidifies when cold, but melts when warm. That's literally what makes it gelatin. The cooled gelatin forms into sheets or gets extruded into noodles. Then it gets dried for hours until it's hard and brittle. Final product? Dry gelatin powder. This stuff is pure, over 90% protein, tasteless, colorless, odorless. But nobody buys clear meat protein powder. To make it royal, they have to create an illusion. Step 1. Flavor. Those strawberry, cherry, lime flavors, they come from synthetic chemical compounds. Tiny amounts, less than 1%, can flavor thousands of pounds. These flavors are powerful. Step 2, color. That vibrant red, that's red dye number 40, petroleum derived. The bright green, yellow number 5 mixed with blue number 1. Natural gelatin is clear. Every color you see is synthetic dye. Step 3, sugar. Oh boy, the sugar. A standard box contains more sugar than gelatin by weight. Some formulations are 80% sugar, 15% gelatin, 5% everything else. Why? Because pure gelatin tastes like nothing. These ingredients get mixed in room-sized blenders, thousands of pounds at once. The mixing has to be perfect, or some boxes taste different than others. Then comes packaging. Machines fill, seal, and box at incredible speed. Thousands of boxes per hour. The boxes ship to warehouses, then to grocery stores, where you buy them. You take them home, mix with hot water, refrigerate. And create the exact same gelatin gel that's been made for over 100 years. Except now you know that jiggly dessert started as cow bones and pigskin in an industrial facility. From a cow's femur bone to a kid's birthday party, the transformation is complete. Now you're probably disgusted, but here's the plot twist. Food scientists argue this is actually genius. Think about it. We eat the meat. What should we do with the bones and skin? Throw them in landfills? Burn them? The gelatin industry takes millions of tons of waste and turns it into something useful. It's pure protein, almost 90% protein by weight. It contains amino acids that support joint health and skin elasticity. Studies suggest gelatin can improve joint pain, skin hydration, even gut health. And it's everywhere, not just desserts. Marshmallows, gummy bears, yogurt, pharmaceutical capsules, some wines, even vaccines use gelatin as a stabilizer. You're consuming gelatin way more than you realize. Here's a mind-blowing fact. Vegetarians accidentally eat gelatin all the time because it's hidden in ingredient lists without specifying animal origin. And there's no plant-based alternative that's identical. Agar from seaweed and pectin from fruit can make gels, but they don't have the same texture or protein. True gelatin only comes from animals. Always has, always will. The industry processes millions of tons of animal bones annually, preventing mountains of waste from rotting in landfills. High-end restaurants use gelatin in fancy dishes. Molecular gastronomy, those foams and gels at Michelin star restaurants, same stuff as childhood jello. Marketing experts call this the disconnect. As long as the box shows a strawberry and not a cow skull, we're happy. We buy the fantasy. We eat the reality. Professor Dr. James Wong studies food psychology. Consumers want products that feel natural and pure. The moment you tell them their dessert comes from bones, the psychological disconnect is massive. Even though it's no different than eating meat, which is also animal tissue, the transformation is so complete that people forget the origin. And he's right. Royal Gelatin has sold for decades with massive success because the packaging shows fruit, not bones. The marketing shows happy families, not slaughterhouses. The experience is colorful and sweet, not industrial and chemical. That's not deception, that's just choosing which truth to highlight. Here's the wild part about all this. This isn't a secret conspiracy. The information has always been available. It's literally on the ingredient list, gelatin. But the industry doesn't advertise the origin because why would they? The product speaks for itself. Gelatin creates textures people love, from childhood parties to elegant dinners. The origin doesn't change the experience, unless you let it. So here's the real question. Does knowing this change how you feel? For some people, yes, absolutely. They'll never touch gelatin again. For others, it's just information. Interesting, maybe, surprising, but not life-changing. And for a third group, it makes them appreciate gelatin more. It's human ingenuity, finding value in every part of the animal. There's no right answer. So the next time you see that jiggly dessert on the table, you have a choice. You can see the acid baths, the pig skins, and the industrial grinders. Or you can just see a delicious, colorful treat. Ignorance is bliss. But now that you know the truth, can you still swallow it? Royal Gelatin, made from bones, perfected by chemistry, loved by millions. Whether that's fascinating or disgusting is entirely your call. Let me know in the comments, are you done with gelatin or do you not care? And if you thought this was wild, wait until I tell you how hot dogs are made. That's a whole other nightmare. Thanks for watching.